Good morning. Welcome to the KCHW Morning Show. It is Friday, February 20th, 2026. And we are here with myself, Chuck Ritchie, my very lovely co-hosts, Miss Paula Randall and Mr. Craig McQuain. Good morning. How you doing?
Good morning.
And
He's
we
not
have-
saying lovely anymore about
I did. I said my lovely co-hosts.
Yeah,
co-host.
singular.
I heard host.
Well, sometimes in the morning I have trouble.
I feel like I'm
adding
getting phased out over here.
I
Co-hosts.
know, right? But I called you lovely.
Well, thank you, Paula.
welcome.
You're looking very
I-
lovely this morning.
Oh, thank you.
And nice and warm in the studio.
I
Not necessarily
know.
outside,
I
but
admit
No,
you're
it's
lovely.
so
Yeah, I
cold
cranked the heat
outside.
yesterday. It was cold in here yesterday.
Right?
did you ever get your project figured out that you were working on, or did you put it back on the bench?
I put it back on the bench and went to Spokane.
Gotcha. Okay.
There you go.
No, I'm working on a goofy little project, trying to turn an old telephone into a microphone.
Oh, the wall thing?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Wall? Oh, fun. Okay.
No, not a wall thing. It's a telephone thing.
Isn't that the telephone wall thing?
He wants to get the rotary dial working and all the sounds.
No,
and
it's
stuff
just
on it.
it's just an
Oh,
old like
fun.
vintagey telephone. I wish it was a rotary. It's not, but yeah, I'm just trying to turn it into a something
it's
you
a
can plug
digital
into a
one.
board. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, fun.
It's-
Didn't you have like one of those old-fashioned telephones on the
It's
wall?
I do. It's not a telephone. It's a radio that looks like an old telephone. Yeah,
Oh.
which also doesn't work.
Are we streaming?
We are not quite streaming
Oh,
yet.
okay.
We're streaming on Facebook. Just about to get us up on YouTube. Sorry about that. I was distracted.
Distracted.
I have that effect on people.
You do.
Craig walked in
You
the
do.
room and my eyes got big and eyelashes started
Greg is
batting.
here.
Craigie.
Got all doughy-eyed. We're welling up over here.
But
You
we
were
are.
talking about the mountain yesterday.
Oh
Sounds
yeah.
amazing.
Oh yeah, and the sun's just cresting the mountains right now over the Chewelah Valley or over the Colville River Valley, and the mountains are full of snow. There's so much amazing riding to be had up at 49 degrees north today
Oh yeah.
and throughout the weekend. It's just going to be awesome.
Right? Look at this. I'm looking
I
at the
can imagine.
webcams.
What's that?
Oh, look at the summit. The
Ooh,
webcams
nice.
up at the summit.
We'll tell you what. Why don't you get into our weather and mountain condition report, sponsored by 49 Degrees North Mountain Resort, and
Right?
we'll talk about it.
You hear that
see what we
whip
got last
crack
night.
right there? He's like,
Right?
Yeah, I did. I told
We got stuff to do. And did I mention our very special guest, Ethan Harrison, coming up for the second half of the show?
Yeah, and if you're not aware of who Ethan Harrison is, he is the singer of Nothing Shameful. And then he's also, I first saw him perform as the drummer of Nixon Rodeo, and he would get out from behind the drum set and then jump on this platform, and the people out in the crowd would actually carry him around. He also did some singing, too, in Nixon
Yeah.
Rodeo. But, yeah, very animated performer and quite the social media guru.
Yeah, he is.
I'm interested in learning, how he makes it all happen with the reels, and he's just very busy and very visible online. So
Very cool.
I think we could all learn some stuff from him.
exactly,
Right?
yeah, this is a masterclass today.
Don't
You
you,
know,
feel
it-
like people are going to get sick of seeing you? Like I was on social media promoting the Labyrinth so much that I'm just like, people do not want to see me. I'm like, I feel like I inundated the web with me out there in the parking lot. Hey, everybody.
Well, I'm sure we'll talk a lot about this in the second half of the show, but really one of those things you want to do is get people to get on your page or
Right.
your Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, whatever it is, and keep clicking the next video because they want to see what you're going to do next. And
Right?
that's a gift. I don't know if I have that,
I think you have that because you're really busy. You're always doing stuff.
but not on social media.
No, but so for those of us who know you, we're like, okay, where's Chuck?
Right.
I just
It's
do
like,
that in
where's
real
Waldo?
life.
Where's Chuck? We have to like look me. If you ever stop wearing hats, I mean, we're doomed. We'll never find you.
I did. I went out once without my hat on, and nobody recognized me.
To say,
I'd be shopping in the store, and I'd say hi to people, and they'd kind of like, give me
Who are
the
you?
obligatory hi, and like do a double take. Oh, Chuck, hey.
Well, that's what's funny. I noticed when I wear the fedora, I get a lot of people going like, "That's that guy I see on Facebook all the time."
right?
I'm like, yeah, maybe I need to cut back a little bit.
Right?
Is that the fedora that you wore for your wedding?
It's similar type of hat, yeah.
Yeah, those are so cool. That was neat.
Didn't you wear a cowboy hat for your wedding?
It is I mean, it's a
like a-
fedora, but it's kind of between cowboy hat, fedora. It's
Yeah,
kind
'cause
of
Gotcha,
that's
gotcha.
not like the true cowboy hat. Those
no.
are like,
I think that one's more like an Aussie kind of cowboy hat.
Yeah.
like a
A
but
Western fedora.
yeah. There's
I don't think that's a thing.
I don't Western. I'm gonna start looking at hat types now. Okay,
Okay.
about the weather. About the weather.
I mean, if you just curl up the ends, then it's a cowboy hat. But a fedora is usually just a
flat.
flat
Right,
brim
right.
all the way around.
I got you.
Right? Okay. All right. Now that we have discussed hats, and of course, I'm going to pull up information about hats later, on to the weather. As Chuck said, today is Friday, February 20th. It's my daughter's birthday, so early shout out to my daughter. Happy birthday. She's 38. I can't believe it. I'm very distracted by that number.
Right?
But the weather today, we're going to have a high of 32 degrees with partly cloudy skies this morning. It will become overcast during the afternoon. This evening, we get a low of 22 degrees, which already seems wrong because when I got into the studio today, it said it was 12.
Yeah, it says here currently it's 8 degrees.
Yeah, so I'm not sure about this low. It does say that we have a 4% chance of snow, but, we'll see. Saturday, the 21st, we have a high of 41, a low of 30 degrees, mostly cloudy skies. Sunday, the 22nd, we have a high of 43, a low of 36 with cloudy skies. It does say there's a 24% chance of rain in the evening, 36 degrees in the evening, overcast with rain showers at times, and chance of rain. The high for Sunday, the 22nd, will be 43. Monday, the 23rd, we have a high of 42, a low of 37. Rain, 66% chance of rain. It does look like that will be all day. Yep, all day, looking at the details there. Tuesday, the 24th,
night long. Sorry.
we have a high
No,
of
you're not.
44,
Not
a
at
low
all.
of 28, again with showers. And looking at the details on that, it does look like it's going to be mostly during the day, 62% of chance of rain during the day, tapering off to a few showers later, and then partly cloudy skies in the evening there on the 24th. Wednesday, the 25th, we have a high of 41, a low of 33, partially cloudy skies, and no chance of rain. Looking ahead, we are definitely on the warming trend. Our lows are staying mostly in the 30s, 35, 35, 35, 2 weeks ahead, and our highs are getting closer and closer to 50. So whatever snow we have, it probably is not going to stick around very long.
Say it ain't so.
I know. I wish.
Say it ain't so.
I'm just saying.
Well, hopefully that'll stick around in the mountains.
Not if it warms
I
up.
think everybody's like, oh, we're just going right into spring. We're not going to have an actual
We're not
winter.
gonna- right?
And then we're just going to get slammed.
I hope so.
I think so.
we
I
need
mean, the weather is, that's their opinion.
Right?
Right?
ha-
It's,
What do they know?
I believe that we're still going to have a winter.
forecasts are more of a
believe we can
guideline, really.
ski.
I believe we can ski, yes.
I believe that there's hope for us yet. Okay.
All right. So speaking of, let's go take a look at the mountain. So our mountain condition report, and we have currently 27 inches at the base, 46 inches all the way up at the summit, 2 inches in the last 12 hours. 24 hours, we've had 11 inches at the summit,
Isn't that
9 inches at
awesome?
the base. I love seeing those snow depth numbers going up and up and up.
Right.
Finally, better late than never, right?
Yeah.
Right? So it's currently at the base of the mountain, 11 degrees, 9 degrees up at the summit, 0 to 15 miles an hour with good visibility, no precipitation, and clear skies. Surface conditions are currently listed as powder with some packed powder and groomed. I love reading that powder.
Mm-hmm.
The powder.
Yeah, we haven't seen that there for a while.
Oh yeah.
Fluffy, wonderful whiteness.
I went to a shop last night in Spokane, and I ran into this guy, a combination of probably Jeff Spicoli and somebody else, talking about the mountains. Oh man, I've never been up to Chihuahua before. Here you guys are getting some snow, get fresh pow, man, yeah. I'm like, this guy needs to come to Chihuahua.
Right?
Yeah, he fit
Definitely.
right in.
Boy,
He's like
this
got that perpetual stoke.
Right? He was stoked, man. He does have the stoke.
Well, you can see how much snow they've gotten, 85 inches year to date, and that really talks about how warm it's been.
Yeah, it really does.
You know that they've only got a total summit depth of 46. It's just they keep getting snow and we keep warming up.
Usually that number is in what, 4,000? No, I'm kidding.
Well,
it's not.
right, but in
But,
the hundreds, it's
yeah,
usually like
usually is.
112 inches, or it's usually.
I think I remember hearing a story. I could be way off, but I thought someone said there was one year when they hit like almost 400.
Craig.
Is that possible? I don't even know if that's
Oh,
possible.
I'm sure it's possible. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they probably didn't have that much actual because it melted. Some
Yeah.
melted,
Right.
but yeah.
Well, I think they were talking about the winter of 2016-17 when we had, everybody in their yards had 3 or 4 feet of snow. So, yeah.
Okay, everybody, you have
Oh.
to let us know.
But currently, 65 of those trails are open. 20 of those have been groomed. And, of course, for more information about weather conditions or events happening up there at the 49 Degrees North Mountain Resort. Sorry, I saw the name Matthew Tippich, who is playing today from 11:30 to 3 that Craig is going to talk about. You can visit ski49n.com.
Very cool.
There
I'm
you go.
excited. It says the Nordic Trails are open to the public.
Absolutely.
Nice.
And I have in my little hand here the Tuila Valley Lions Club calendar. Today with birthdays, let's take us through the weekend, actually.
Yeah.
Today we have Dave Bullander and Lane Cliffner with a birthday. Then tomorrow we have Zane Laney with a birthday. That's a great name. It just
Zane
rolls off the
Laney.
tongue knife. With a name like that, you need to be in show business, I think.
Right?
Yep.
You need to do something where you can say, and this is Zane Laney.
Exactly. Good evening, folks. Lane Zaney here. Sorry, Lane. Zane. Seeing it works either way. Zane. I said it wrong. And then on Sunday, we have Mary Schneider and Megan Slater with birthdays. So happy birthday, everybody.
Megan is on there.
I just said we have Megan Slater with
Yeah,
birthday.
that's my daughter.
Oh, that's your daughter. Okay.
Yes. And they told me that I called too late. They were like, your family did not get on here. I was like, oh, man.
Well, they did indeed.
Right?
They
oh,
did
those
indeed.
Lions Club people are so
Any relation
clever.
to Christians later?
I know, right? No.
No. Okay.
Well,
Not-
that's too bad.
All right, ready for birthday song?
I am.
Okay,
am. Ready?
Happy birthday,
happy day,
happy birthday,
yay,
Yay!
There you go. Nice
Jazz,
bass.
delayed jazz hands.
Thanks for the bass hook in there. That was great.
Way easier in the morning for me.
Yeah. Oh, I can
My
imagine.
Johnny Cash voice.
I love that. All right.
I was like the
shout
day
out-
after a festival. I should do like some Tom Waits karaoke.
Right.
There you go.
Yeah.
Got some horse in your voice.
Right.
Shout out to Bus 13. There's food in
Absolutely.
your future.
Yay.
Friday is berry sheet pan pancakes. So what would that be? Sheets. That means they're pouring the pancake mix in a sheet pan. So they're not round. Are they like cutting? Are they carving out pancakes?
Or do they give each kid the whole sheet? I doubt it.
Right? And not just any bread, but super bakery bread. And you can
Yes.
have cold cereal. You can also have apple juice with fresh fruit variety. And of course, milk is offered daily. For lunch today, it's pizza day with the raw veggie bar or a salad cup. You can also have canned fruit or fresh fruit. There's a variety of milk. And as always, you can have ranch dressing, your cup of ranch dressing.
There you go. I like how they have to specify that.
Just give me a straw and some ranch.
Oh
I'll be
my
set.
gosh.
But is that super homemade pizza?
I know. And they should be because for breakfast they have all this super stuff,
And
right?
yes-
They have the
yes, you-
super bakery bread.
Yesterday for lunch, it was super nachos.
And yes, see? They need to get those things together.
Is there a superhero theme going on that we don't know about?
Yesterday was chicken noodle soup. Did I read the wrong day?
You must have.
Oh, I did read
You
well, it's
did.
Pizza Friday anyway.
Well, you were on the radio yesterday, so there's that.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay, are we ready for events?
Yeah. Let's get it.
Let's fly through the events. Oh, right. So, of course, the Chamber of Commerce meeting is happening right now over at Mistaqua. You have about 15 minutes if you want to go over there and see what's going on. Of course, we have winter pickleball in Chewelah going on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays over at the middle school going on from 8:30 until 11:30 a.m. And they also have a winter pickleball on Sundays going from 2 to 4:30 p.m. Tomorrow, we're super excited to bring you Light in the Darkness. This is going to be an amazing afternoon of warmth, art, and music, along with specials from the Rusty Putter. And that goes on from 4 o'clock to 7 p.m. It is free to attend, and you can go and look at all of the amazing artists. I think we have 13 artists this year that are participating. It's going to be awesome.
And that's a great event. And of
Yes.
course, Gretchen's going to be on the harp. We've got Matthew
Yes.
Tippich back again playing.
Yes, I'm super excited.
It's a very elegant event.
Yes.
You don't have to wear a black tie, but you wouldn't be out of place with it.
Oh, I hope people show up in black tie
That'd
and
be nice.
gowns. That would be cool. And tiaras. Okay, I want you to come to Light in the Darkness in a tiara. I'm going to wear my tiara.
Does Chewelah have any like formal black tie affairs?
No.
We really should.
I know. I was talking to Tiffany from the chamber yesterday. It was her marketing meeting. And I was like, we need to bring a mask. Like a ball for New
Masquerade.
Year's. Yes. Wouldn't that be fun?
Oh yeah. Do enough people in Chewelah own a proper suit to have a black tie party?
You know what? It's all about how you look at things. If you have a bow tie and maybe a vest, we'll let it go.
And Matthew Tippett needs to be there for that
Well,
one.
Oh,
right,
yeah.
right,
Yeah.
right.
That
Yeah.
goes without saying.
So I do have another event on Saturday here that I have on a piece of paper in my hand. So the Deer Park Eagles are hosting a fundraiser for the Riverside Racers Special Olympics ski and snowboard team.
Oh, nice.
And that's happening Saturday at the that's at the Deer Park Eagles at 12 West South Avenue in Deer Park, Washington. Social hour starts at 5:30. The dinner starts at 6 p.m. There's also a silent auction. Those items will be available for viewing from 5:30 to 7. Viewing and bidding, not betting.
Probably not betting. That would be weird.
Yeah, betting needs
That
a
would be a
special
whole
permit.
different event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Probably
that silent
shouldn't
auction.
talk about it on the radio.
That silent auction will end at 7 p.m. 4 and under are free. For more information about prices and questions, you can contact Sylvia Store at 509-951-8255 or Mandy McKelfish at 509-951-7497. And I have a list here in my hand really quick of some of those auction items. So there's a candle warmer and candles, necklaces, wine in a blanket basket. This one sounds interesting. Summer fun with flamingos.
Ooh.
Not really sure what that is,
I'm
but I'd be
seeing yard
interested to hear more.
flamingos.
What's that?
I'm seeing yard flamingos in my head.
Right?
Maybe an inflatable flamingo.
And there's a cement garden bench, a dozen giant cookies, plus 6 more baskets available. So
Did you say kids 4 and under are free?
kids 4 and under are free, yeah.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah.
All right then.
Well,
Well,
you don't qualify, Paula.
I was gonna say it's kind of I feel discriminated again.
Daniel might pass. No, Daniel will pass for 8 and under.
Right? A little older. I want to make sure that people know that the Blues Jam is not happening on Sunday. We're gonna figure out words, Paula. Find words. The Blues Jam is not happening right now, but hopefully it will be back soon, right?
So head on up to 49 Degrees North from 11 to 3 p.m. The dinosaurs are going to be performing up there. If you bring your instrument, maybe they'll let you sit in. Or if they don't, just do it anyway.
Oh, how fun.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, that means Daniel's heading up the mountain.
There you go. Yeah.
There you
Okay.
go. That sounds like fun.
That does
Hear that,
sound like
Daniel?
fun.
That was your
Yep,
open
yep.
invite.
Oh, so good morning, Will. He says good morning, and now he's on the right page. Corey, good morning. Big dog in the house. All right. Yes.
Oh, right on.
I'm glad we're on the right page.
Good morning,
I know,
Corey,
right?
Will, and Corey.
We also have exciting stuff coming up on the 28th of February. We have the Creative District Annual Summit Meeting happening over at the Aaron Huff Memorial Building. That summit meeting is going on from 2 to 4:30. Save the date. This Creative Community Summit will include some major announcements from the CCD about upcoming changes downtown and opportunities for you to co-create the work that lies ahead. They'll be holding board elections as well, so if you'd like to be considered for a seat on the CCD, please send an email to Laura Ritchie at director@ChuilaCreates.org. And do know, you do need to have been a member of the CCD for a year before you are eligible for the board.
Yep.
So do know that, but we want to see you there. Even if you're not a member yet, you can join. We'd love to have your input and would love to see you there.
Exactly.
All right. And then I have to get to March.
Well, we have the Community Art Show. That's February
It's not on the
27th,
calendar yet,
28th,
that's why. Yeah.
and the 1st. So the 27th and 28th, it is noon to 5. And then on March 1st, it is noon to 3. And that is hosted by the Misquoc Casino Hotel at 2545 Smith Road in Chewelah. And then, there's lots of great local artists, and there's always a great display from the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fun one.
This is really neat. And they really do go all out. The art is displayed, and you just kind of go in there. There's a little bit of everything. So very, very neat show. I'm excited to go see that. Okay, I'm looking further on the calendar for highlights here. Don't forget, you have the community sit and fit at the Senior Center on Mondays and Wednesdays. That is free. It's 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. So go and sit down and get some exercise. Anything else going on? The Chewelah Valley Lions Club is going on Wednesday, March 4th. And that will happen at the American Legion Post from 5:30 to 6:30. They're always looking for volunteers, so if you'd like to get involved, go and check out their meeting on Wednesday, March 4th from 5:30 to 6:30. We already talked about the pickleballers. Like, you guys can see me waving my arm. We also have First Thursday on March 5th. And that will be awesome. And then any other highlights? Nope, everything else is music. All right, Craig, I hand it off to you.
All right.
Done.
Well, I just did something on my tablet. Like, I don't have my social media or anything on this tablet. Like, I just don't. Like, It's not that, but you can go and just search Northern Light Spotlight on Google, and it comes up, and you
Yeah.
can actually look through all that thread without actually being logged into Facebook,
Oh yeah.
which is fabulous.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
So you, the listener out there, if you want to check out what's happening on top of what we have on the calendar, you can go to the Northern Light Spotlight on Google.
Exactly.
Just search Northern Light Spotlight, and it comes up. I couldn't believe it. I'm like really
Outstanding.
blown away.
Outstanding.
Wow. So anyway, to go into the Northern Light Spotlight, what the Northern Spotlight is it's basically a group on Facebook where people can post their upcoming events and other happenings so that we can actually, on Friday morning, talk about them on air like I'm going to do right now.
Outstanding.
So Matthew Tippett is looking for big band musicians. He is a talented multi-instrumentalist and singer with an Associate of Fine Arts degree majoring in piano. So he is looking for horn and clarinet players. Specifically, reach out if you're interested. 509-850-1966.
Daniel's going to want to get in on
You know,
that.
Well, of course Daniel is.
But most importantly, he was the 2025 Chihuahua's Got Talent winner.
Yeah, and speaking of which, Chihuahua's Got Talent is coming up. So
It is.
so how do people get signed up to be in Chihuahua's Got Talent?
You know, right now I just have the link. I need to get better.
Is it buffering right now?
No, it's not buffering. So actually, I've been putting the link every day in the links for the show, but also it is in the Chihuahua Independent.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So there is a QR code. You can scan that. There's one QR code on the left to scan to sign in. There's another QR code on the right to purchase your ticket. The final show is May 30th. To purchase your ticket or to sponsor the show or donate towards the prize money. So yeah, either of those
Nice.
options. I did find out. So there was a little. The service we use GiveButter for that I set up this on. It's a donation website, and there's kind of a thing that I was trying to use it for something that's not really designed for, and it makes you go to a donation page. If you go there to sign up, you can just enter $0. They fixed that for me last year, but apparently the fix has been undone.
Uh-oh.
So I'm going to get a hold of them and see if they can fix it. But if you do sign up and it asks for a donation, just put $0 if you're signing up. And it
Gotcha.
makes you
You
right.
don't have
Okay.
to pay to
Yeah.
sign up.
Well, that works great. So
Yeah.
that's how you get into Chihuahua's Got Talent. This is an upcoming event that we're excited about doing, and it's a big fundraiser for the station. So get your talented individuals signed up for it, audition, and then make your way to be the next winner of Chihuahua's Got Talent.
Absolutely. And I really love seeing what people come up with every year. It's really exciting to me.
All right. So we have a Highway 395 Law Enforcement Appreciation Flag Wave happening February 28th from 11:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Come show support for our sheriffs, local police officers, Border Patrol, and the ice on the road.
I like what you did there.
Welcome to the Quartzsite Minicon 2026. Embark on a mystic journey on November 14th at Spokane Community College, Colville campus in Colville, Washington at 9 a.m. through 6 p.m. Whether you're a seeker of mythical comics, or is that mythical comics, or an admirer of magical art and goods, or in search of an enchanted side quests, Quartzsite Minicon is your portal to wonder. So they're looking for
Wonder.
vendors, authors, and artists. Attention food vendors, like go sign up for this. So where can we find, for questions, contact us at crosscreationsdesignstudio@gmail.com. Again, that's crosscreationsdesignstudio@gmail.com. If you want more information about this event, check it out on the Northern Light Spotlight. You just got to look around for it. Next, we have the Stevens County Animal Outreach has a vaccination clinic for dogs and cats of all ages. Microchipping for $20, vaccinations are $20 each, and adoptions. This is Saturday, February 21st at SETI's Ace Hardware at 301 East Main Avenue, Chihuahua, Washington, 99109.
Very cool.
And if you're interested in contacting them, you can contact them at 509-596-1323. Or go to www.stevenscountyanimaloutreach.org.
That's a great group, great organization.
Oh,
Make
yeah.
sure your dogs are leashed and your cats are in a carrier.
Well, that one's a little bit different. That's the Animal Outreach. The normal one that does the vaccination clinic on Saturday is the Colville Valley Animal Sanctuary.
Very cool.
Two
Okay.
great organizations, though. Doing
Yes.
great.
Yeah, very
definitely.
cool, very cool.
Yeah.
So Seed Swap and Herb, silent
Herb.
H in that one. Seed Swap and Herb. I did it again. Seed Swap and Herb Exchange, Saturday, February 21st, 2026. That's from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. Meditation House at 508 North Oak Street, Colville, Washington. Meet our local gardeners and gather and exchange local seeds and herbs.
And meet Herb.
Meet Herb, yeah.
Herb.
Right?
Herb.
And this you can find out more at www.inlandnorthwestpermaculture.com.
That's always a fun thing to go to, the seed swap.
Yeah, it looked really neat.
And you don't actually have to have seeds to go, but it's a great place to pick up seeds. Like if you have seeds to swap, it's great, but you don't actually have to have seeds to go.
Do spores count?
What?
Spores,
Spores.
or mycelium? Oh, wait, that's a whole nother event. We'll talk about that
Probably, yeah,
later. You're like, what are
I
you
know,
talking about?
Like my brain is short-circuiting.
That
Good
one is
morning,
coming up later
Wendy.
in the summer.
Well, I've heard he's a fun guy. Okay.
Right.
Okay, so Matthew Tippich will be up at the Boomtown Bar today, 49 Degrees North Mountain Resort, from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Speaking of fun guys,
Right?
Speaking of fun guys, and this is brought to you by Five Sun Enterprises, which is my company. So I
And
put
that's
that
why
together for
poster
Matthew.
looks amazing.
Oh, well, I do what I can.
Right?
Thankfully, to some help from my AI assistant,
Al.
Al. Yeah, or Hal for short.
Al.
What's wrong, Craig?
Yeah, what's wrong? So we do have a Lucas Treptow is going to be at the Boomtown Bar from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. on March 15th. I'm working on getting him scheduled to come in and do a little interview with us on the Northern Light Spotlight as well.
Very cool.
So he's a touring musician. Ben Knott is staying busy following the long white line. So Ben Knott is a artist that reached out for me, and he's from Prosser, Washington, which is down by the Tri-Cities and Yakima. Let's see if it says. It doesn't actually say the date he's playing on here, but if you get a chance, go check out Ben Knott and look at his
Do
calendar.
not miss out.
He stays
Right?
very, very busy. If you are out and about on Sunday and you're looking for the Blues Jam, well, you might have just missed it. It's going to be up at the the Dinosaurs are playing up at the Boomtown Bar, and I told my mom, I'm like, you should probably invite the jammers up. So if you're a jammer
Right.
and you're looking to cut heads with some of the best musicians in the area, head on up to the Boomtown Bar at 49 Degrees North, February 22nd from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. And that, again, is brought to you by Five Sun Enterprises.
Nice. Boy, those Five Sun Enterprise guys are so cool.
We stay
stay
a little
busy.
busy. Oh, and so this is a huge announcement for Two Stones and One Bird, since I'm on my own sauce right at the moment. We just released our first song today. You can now catch
Yay.
The Dude by Two Stones, One Bird on all streaming platforms, thanks to our lead engineer, the fabulous Will Lee. Thank you, Will, for
Thank
putting
you,
that
Will.
together for us,
That's
making
awesome.
that happen.
Oh, I'm excited to see that. I'll go search for it. I was like,
So
gonna
now
go in
we're
the-
tickling ears worldwide.
Yay!
And you know what would be cool over in the comment section on our Facebook feed if you're listening still and you'd like to put the
Oh, put
link
the
for that.
link.
Yeah, put the link for that up there.
Yeah.
That'd be
Just go to
fantastic.
Spotify and search. Go to iTunes search. Go to Google search.
There you go.
It's
I know,
all,
but it
on
would
all.
be awesome if it was on the link.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just one little. Just look up Two Stones, One Bird on Google, and there should be links all over the place.
You're
Okay.
gonna make me work for it.
We'll
Craig?
see. Well, yeah, we should put a link up. We'll do our best.
Here are the results for Two Stones, One Bird. Oops,
Yeah,
I
there's
wrote
all
that.
kinds of stuff.
There
All
you
right.
go.
Yeah, there's no. It's not giving. Oh, Reddit. No. Oh no. Don't read that out loud.
This
No, I'm
episode
just
brought
kidding.
to you by the letter Two Stones, One Bird.
Yeah. So we got a special birthday party happening Saturday, February 21st at Brothers Bar with music from 420 Resurrection. That's Tim Winecoop, Ronnie Andrew, Joe Winecoop, and Rick Matthews, with special guest Andrew Matherly. Music starts at 8 p.m., no cover charge. We encourage you all to get a designated driver and please stay safe, especially with the slick roads we got.
Oh yeah.
Here we
Yeah,
go.
you
If
got to
you
watch out for that ice on the roads.
Right, and if you spell it right, Two Stones, One Bird does come up as the first thing with a lot of wonderful videos done by our very own Craig.
If you spell it right.
There's not a lot of difficult ones in
Hey,
there.
it's early. I
Stones
just
is
put
plural.
T-O-O instead of T-W-O.
Oh,
Small
I
detail.
gotcha. Yeah.
The
Should create a
dude has been
pamphlet about
released.
that.
So yeah, he's right. If you just search for Two Stones and One Bird, there it is. So
Yeah.
excited.
And then I had the joy of Wednesday night doing my first primetime radio show right before my dad's radio show.
you did.
I even had a studio audience in here, which I wasn't necessarily expecting. I just thought Chuck would be like, breathing down my neck and telling me not to let any cursing on the air. And
Oh, fun. Who all was here?
we had Shane and his friend. What's his friend's name?
Shane and Andrew, yeah.
Shane and Andrew were here, and then of course my dad came in early, which was kind of interesting because he was, moving CDs around and kind of getting ready for his show, which
Getting
he
in your
usually
way.
has. He was kind of getting in my way, kind of talking.
Dad,
And then
I'm
I'd
trying
have
to
to
do a
yell.
show.
Yeah,
Right.
trying to do a show. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So we'll be back
Dad.
on Wednesday at 6 p.m. for the Northern Beat, my own little radio show. So exciting.
That's awesome.
Ooh,
love
Wendy
that.
Butler. I don't know how to say Wendy. Your last name. I apologize. Erie, Ehry. She says,
Wendy.
Craig, there was a sighting of a cougar in our area, so be on the lookout.
Ooh.
I think my wife left for work today, so the place should be clear.
All right.
I'm just kidding.
The cougar can run amok. It's all good. But thank you, Wendy.
I'm just teasing. Yeah, there's a very large cougar actually in our area. I've haven't seen it myself, but it did scare the living bejesus out of Corey, my wife.
Yeah, I would scare me.
She's like, I don't want to leave the house now, and I'm
Oh,
like, I went
no.
out and I saw the paw prints, and they were as big as my fist.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
and
a big kitty cat.
And that was today? You saw that?
No, this was months ago.
Oh,
but-
okay.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was like during a snowfall, so like I got to go out and actually look at see what it was doing.
Oh, yeah.
And I figured, I was like, oh, I have some garbage in the bed of my truck, and I think that it was onto it. I
Mm-hmm.
could maybe smelled like a chicken carcass in there or something.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
One time I had just finished putting my nice, neat, tidy, cute little garden gate, or my garden fence around my garden with my little arch gate, and laying there. I hadn't had it finished for more than a week. And laying there in the middle of the night, and all of a sudden we hear that unmistakable growl and snarl and hiss of a cougar
Wow.
right outside our bedroom door. And look outside, and there was a cougar panicking, trapped inside of my fresh new
Little
garden fence.
area.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That would be alarming.
Who then proceeded to completely thrash and destroy my
your garden area.
fresh new garden fence.
I don't know what's creepier when you're out at night and you see the glow of the lights of their eyeballs,
Yeah,
and you can't really tell how big it is. You just like, there's eyes looking at me.
yeah.
All right,
They're
I'll be
very
quiet so you can
scary.
Continue.
Weary Traveler has tees and hoodies. So this is Timothy Allen Best. He is a Weary Traveler band. Well, he's created a bunch of merch, and he's going to use the proceeds that he makes off that merch to get his EP done. So he says, help me get in the studio. It's finally time to make that EP. I'm going to collab with Light and Mirrors to record a 6-song project. Available midsummer. So go ahead and look up Timothy Allen Best and help him
Very cool.
get his dreams to happen here.
That's cool.
Wendy, thank you for telling me how to pronounce your name. So Wendy Butler Erie,
Yeah. Perfect.
right?
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah.
And then it looks like Craig is looking stuff up, so I have a second. I forgot to mention that Center Stage Production is having auditions for The Curious Savage on February 23rd and 24th at 6:30 p.m. at the Chihuahua Center for the Arts. The Chihuahua Center for the Arts is at 405 North 3rd Street East in Chihuahua.
over to my phone
Oh,
and
just
see if that
just, really,
helps.
just really quick. Hey, Ethan,
1 second.
we're live on the air. If you could just hold tight for about 10, 15 minutes, we're gonna get to our break and listen to the news, and we'll come back for the second half. In the meantime, we're finishing up the Northern Light
It
Spotlight.
was like the ghost in the machine.
I know.
Right?
It's like, whoa.
That's very cool.
Give me a thumbs up if you heard that, Ethan.
I will try to get on my phone so I can hear you guys.
Okay,
One
okay,
second.
you can't hear us. I'm gonna go ahead and mute him real quick.
All right, so don't forget, what we got? We've got a market wine tasting happening February 28th, and that is going to be the day after Two Stones and One Bird is going to be performing at the Fourth Friday event that's put together by Colville Together and funded by the Vincent Fund at the Crossroads Event Center. So the very next night, they're having another event, which is market wine tasting, and that's from 12 to 4. And I think it's, let's see, local bread, meat, wine, soaps, crafts, plants, seeds, pottery, herb, and so much more at the Crossroads Event Center in Colville. So if you haven't actually checked that out, come down on the fourth Friday, and then just stay there until the event the next day.
Nice.
I'm sure Michelle will be very happy to have you there stay the
Count
night.
me
No, I'm
out.
just teasing.
So really quick, I'm
no,
going to let
no.
Ethan back in and then let him know that we'll be with him in just a few minutes. So
Yeah,
bear
that
with me
sounds
here.
great. Yep.
All right, Ethan, welcome. We're just finishing up the first half of the show. We're going to take a
Perfect.
quick break, and we'll be back with you in the second half of the show in just about 10 minutes or so.
Perfect. Sounds good. I can hear you now. So
Perfect.
Woohoo.
All right.
Excellent. Awesome.
Looking forward to having you, man.
great. Thank you.
Yeah, so we have Ethan Harrison on deck. He's going to be with us right after the break. I'm just finishing up the little bit of stuff that I have here in the Northern Lights Spotlight. I did want to mention that breaking news, Gonzaga men's basketball head coach Mark Few has donated his entire $2 million in recent sponsorship earnings to build a series of homeless support centers in his hometown. This
Nice.
This will create 150 apartments and 300 sheltered beds for those in need.
That's incredible.
I've
That's
seen
awesome.
far too many people back home struggling to survive freezing nights without a safe roof over their heads, and I promised myself that if I ever had the chance, I would take action. Mark Few said emotionally at a press conference, "No one deserves to sleep outside in this harsh cold."
Nice. Thank
Outstanding.
you. That's amazing.
So, I mean, it's an example of leading, by example, right?
Mhm.
I mean, I wish I was in a position to help more, but I have witnessed a lot of people out very miserable in the cold in my,
Yeah.
and I mean, I'm out there, knocking door to door as a day job, to make ends meet, but still at the same time, there's these people that they just have this lost look in their eyes, and
Oh, yeah.
and they're just looking for some way to get warm, and I just
Yeah.
feel so deeply for them. So thank you, Mark Few, for leading by example and doing this for his hometown of Spokane.
That's awesome. I love that.
Right? Very,
And
very cool.
Every Wednesday night down at the Legion, Post 54, you can catch Kenny Walker and now Randy Tron joining him for some live music, and that goes from like 5 to 8 p.m. And they just have a bunch of fun. I posted a little video of them on my social media, and
Nice.
it's amazing to see that, that big smile of Randy's, and then
Oh, yeah.
just the super focus of Kenny, and they just love it so much. So it's just great to see them do that.
And that
Very
the
cool.
quality of the music there is a little beyond what you would expect for, a weekly show at the local American Legion.
Exactly.
It really is. Yeah.
Mhm.
These guys are phenomenal.
It looks like Dave and Ray are having a little a get together on Saturday for a little potluck, and they'll probably be doing a live stream. So if you are on social media, you can check their live stream out on Saturday.
They're great musicians. They have shows.
They do.
Excuse me.
All
You
right,
ready,
so
man?
I think we're pretty much it. I mean, I do have some more spotlight guests coming up next week. I'm trying to remember exactly who I have next week. I'm sure it's somebody really good. I can let everybody know after the break. But if we're ready to go to break, I think it's time.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's go take our break, and we're going to listen to some news. We're going to thank our sponsors.
Yep.
And we're going to be right back for the second half of the show in just a few minutes with our very special guest, Mr. Ethan Harrison. So, Ethan, hang out with us. We'll be right back. You guys stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. You're listening to KCHW 102.7, your Northern Lights Public Radio. All right, Ethan. We're live right now on our stream, not live on the air, but
Okay.
we're gonna go
Do
ahead.
you prefer it being vertical or horizontal? Does it matter? I don't know if you're doing video.
Try horizontal. See how that works.
Let's see.
Oh, that's way better. I got a lot bigger picture of you that I can grab.
Okay, perfect.
All right, cool. All right, we'll be right back with you in just a minute,
Great.
or
Sounds good.
about what 5, 6, 7 minutes or so.
Okay.
All right,
Perfect.
perfect. See you in a few. Support for KCHW comes from Thrive Broadband. Thrive Broadband provides fiber internet and phone service to homes and businesses throughout Chewelah. Thrive's fiber network features equal upload and download speeds, supporting streaming, online learning, and business connectivity all at the same time. More information about Thrive's broadband services can be found online at thrivebroadband.com or by phone at 509-935-3500. KCHW would like to thank Thrive Broadband for supporting community radio in Northeast Washington.
You're listening to Northern Lights Public Radio on 102.7 KCHW, Chewelah, Valley, Deer Park.
The Public News Service Daily Newscast, February the 20th, 2026. I'm Mike Clifford. The Trump administration appears ready to launch an extended military assault on Iran, current and former U.S. officials said, as the Pentagon amasses an intensive strike force in the Middle East, despite the risks of U.S. combat fatalities. The Washington Post reports the arsenal, under assembly for weeks, is awaiting the arrival of the aircraft carrier USS Gerald Ford and its accompanying warships. The vessels were approaching the Strait of Gibraltar on Thursday, making an attack possible within days. Meantime, a driver's license suspension can derail a person's life. And in North Carolina, a large number of people are impacted by the issue. Nearly 1 million state residents currently have their license suspended, either for failure to pay fees or failure to appear in court after a suspension.
That's according to analysis from Monet Shum, a research assistant with the Wilson Center for Science and Justice at the Duke University School of Law. She says there are many reasons why people miss court, including not receiving a notice to appear or a lack of transportation or childcare.
Most people in North Carolina here require a car to get to work, take their kids to school, go to medical appointments, or buy groceries. And public transportation is limited in many parts of the state, with intracity transportation limited to larger cities and intercity transportation also limited.
Shum notes that thousands of North Carolinians go years without a driver's license because of these barriers. She says research has found failure to comply cases take an average of 2.5 years to resolve, and failure to appear cases take more than 4 years to resolve in the state. I'm Eric Tegedoff reporting.
And the White House cut a $7 billion program to build residential solar panels in low-income communities last summer, and has had a devastating impact on Native American tribes in Montana.
The Chippewa Cree on the Rocky Boy Reservation in northern Montana were part of a tribal coalition slated to get money from the Solar for All program. The tribe's Joseph Eagleman says it would have slashed high electricity bills for 200 families on the reservation, and losing it was a gut punch.
It was terrible. It sucked. There's 14 tribes that run this coalition. We were just one of them. We weren't the only ones feeling it.
The coalition won a $135 million grant in 2024 through Solar for All, which was funded by the Biden-era Inflation Reduction Act. That money would have given each reservation about $7.6 million to build residential solar. Applicants on the rural reservation showed Eagleman their utility bills, some as high as $900 a month, and they were excited to get solar power to reduce their bills. The Trump administration cut Solar for All last summer after the budget bill rescinded funding for it. This story was produced with original reporting from Alana Newman for the Daily Yonder. I'm Laura Hatch reporting.
This is Public News Service. A new Ohio study shows that youth mental health is influenced by family, peers, trauma, and interactions with the juvenile justice system.
The report from the Health Policy Institute of Ohio said that appropriate juvenile justice policies can prevent delinquent behavior and improve community safety. The study's lead author, Jacob Santiago, says data provide evidence that juvenile detention can harm youth mental health.
When a child is maybe at risk of harming themselves or someone else, they're experiencing a crisis, they're not able to take care of themselves. Oftentimes, families do call 911, and that starts their kid down a certain path towards being involved in the justice system.
The report calls for Ohio elected officials and other policymakers to improve crisis intervention, strengthen diversion from justice involvement, and increase access to mental health treatment in detention facilities. I'm Mark Richardson.
Next, a coalition of conservation groups have filed a lawsuit against the Trump administration to stop the removal of historical and science-based materials from America's national parks.
That includes signage on the impacts of climate change and Wabanaki heritage in Maine's Acadia National Park and the controversial removal of a slavery exhibit in Philadelphia. Kristen Brengel with the National Parks Conservation Association says visitors are curious about local history and the changing environment, not just cute stories.
No one is clamoring for this and no one's asking for it. The administration is headed in the exact wrong direction.
An executive order signed by President Donald Trump last year requires park materials considered disparaging to American greatness be removed. Brengel says that goes against longstanding National Park Service laws requiring educational signs or brochures be peer-reviewed and meet the highest scientific standards. I'm Catherine Carley.
Finally, a new project that hopes studying the benefits of tree and shrub systems used to protect farms from extreme weather, otherwise known as windbreaks, will revive the practice among Illinois farmers today.
The Corn Belt Windbreak Project will look at trees planted through the Conservation Reserve Program, with the oldest dating back to the 1980s. Illinois farmer Dallas Glazik is compiling profitability data, particularly for crops along end rows, where farmers typically lose money. He notes farmers are now removing windbreaks to maximize space on their farms.
It's one that we're seeing a forgotten place about. With the use of intensive agriculture on these landscapes, they think, oh, I can squeeze out another 7 rows if I get rid of this tree line, and they're losing money by doing so.
Glazik says windbreaks serve as important shields, especially during spring and winter months when soil is bare. He notes they can reduce soil erosion by 95%, increase key wildlife habitat populations, and protect neighboring farmland. I'm Judith Ruiz Branch reporting.
This is Mike Clifford for Public News Service. Member and listener supported. Find our trust indicators at publicnewsservice.org.
Good morning. Welcome back to the KCHW Morning Show. It is still Friday, February 20th, and I'm still Chuck Ritchie, and we're still here with our lovely co-hosts.
Plural,
Mr.
yes.
Mr. Craig McQuain and Miss Paula Randall. I put you first, Craig, there. Alphabetical order this time.
Lovely.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah, see? There you go.
I usually go by who's closest to me, but this time, Craig, you get first billing.
Hey, man.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
I can feel the closeness. It's warming up in here all of a sudden. Is my
Right?
face turning red?
Yes.
Oh, okay, good.
It's not
Feel the
hot. It's
love.
just you, Craig. And good morning.
I'm making Paula's nose run. It's so
Right?
warm.
You're making her sick.
Oh, yeah.
And we have our very special guest today with us over Zoom, Mr. Ethan Harrison. Good morning, Ethan. How you doing, man?
Good morning. Yeah, thanks for having me.
Outstanding. Yeah, welcome to the show. So where are you calling us from?
Spokane, Washington.
Oh, you're
Born
in
and
Spokane.
raised, always lived here. So yeah, I'm just at home right now.
Outstanding.
Very
Well,
cool.
it would have been rough to drive up here probably on the roads this morning. It was it's pretty icy
Yeah.
out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm a little bit up north as well, so I got some snow where I'm at as well. So
Oh, yeah. You know, it was wild. So we got a whole bunch of snow here. I was in Spokane yesterday, driving south to Spokane. We got it just at my house, probably 4 to 6 inches. And driving to Spokane, you hit that Deer Park wall there, and there was just nothing. It was bizarre.
yeah, that's how it seems to be. I have good friends that live up in Springdale, and they're always telling me the difference of how they are compared to us down here. So makes us feel like city folk whenever he talks to me like that. So
You darn city folk.
yeah.
This stuff is made in New York City.
So did the snow stick in Spokane? I know that.
I don't know. When I roll into work today, I'll find out. But right now, we have a little bit at my place.
Oh, okay.
Very cool.
Right on.
Yeah, I'm heading into work right after this too, so I'll be in Spokane. But we go door to door, so hopefully there's not a bunch of snow on the roofs.
Hopefully
But
it's not icy.
yeah,
Right?
I don't know.
Well, tell you what, Ethan, our audience knows your name. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and tell everyone who you are and what you're doing here?
Yeah, for sure. So I have been playing in a band called the Nixon Rodeo for the last about almost 16 years now. I'm the drummer and do vocals. And then I'm the lead singer in a band called Nothing Shameful. And we are super busy right now with tons of things with our new record coming out. A lot of new exciting news. We've been working with the singer of a band called Dance Gavin Dance, and he's a singer in a band called Idola as well. So he helped produce our album. He's singing on the album. We're filming the music video actually starting tomorrow, and he's flying in for it, which is pretty cool.
Nice.
And yeah, we've just been working on getting this second record out, and we got announced that we're playing the big Blessing in Disguise festival in Spokane, and that's with like Macklemore and AWOL Nation and Everclear and AJR. So
I believe
yeah,
that
some
was-
big exciting news.
I believe that was July 11th.
Yep, you're right.
Yep.
And then also our homegrown Alan Stone is on that bill as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Chihuahua, so that's pretty cool.
Right?
Woohoo!
We're trying to see, because we got another festival going on that same day. We're trying to see if we can get him to run up after he plays and come play here.
Wouldn't that be fun? That would
We're so
actually be a lot of fun.
egocentric that way.
Double duty.
I know you're playing with Macklemore, Alan, but can you just go ahead and come on up here to your hometown? No.
Well, wouldn't that be fun though if some of the bands that were performing in Spokane decided to continue the music and just come up here to Chihuahua?
Right?
They're
I'd
probably
go
going to
for
be pretty
that.
exhausted, but yeah.
Details.
Yeah.
You know, once you have the music, once you have the guitar, once you have the mic, once you're doing it, you're just like you get the adrenaline.
You're already
Yeah.
warmed
Right?
up. No.
Well, and I've
Keep the
actually
momentum going, you know?
Yeah.
I've been able to see you perform with the Nixon Rodeo, and the amount of energy you guys put out after a show. I'm sure you're just completely floored. I mean, I'm sure there's some
Yeah.
adrenaline still going, but after the crash, I mean, probably.
Oh man, I'm every show complete. Whether I'm playing drums or I'm singing, I'm just drenched in sweat just from that's how hard we're working up there. And sometimes the set's only 30 minutes, 30 to 60 minutes, and still just like soaked. But we put on like a pretty lively show. So
You do. You know,
I
and
love it.
I've seen some of the videos, and you get up there on literally on top of the crowd.
Yeah.
I watched some videos of your performance at the Knitting Factory, and you're on like this stage that's moving around through the audience.
Yeah, we've always been ever since I was even in high school, the live show aspect was so important to me.
Mhm.
And so I would be always trying to think of like the next coolest, craziest thing we could do. And being a drummer, you're usually more limited because you're just sitting on the drum set all the time. So I always came up with ways, even in high school, of finding someone that could swap me on drums so I could come up for at least one song and do something crazy as a stunt, because none of the other guys were wanting to do those kind of things. So I used to jump off the balconies and railings and into the crowd, and then it evolved into getting a raft and start rafting on top of the crowd and crowd surfing. And then recently, we built that little mobile stage where we'll have like 4 people carry me, and then I'll go out into the stage. So that way it gives everybody in the crowd like the best seat in the house at some point.
Oh yeah.
That's
So are they
cool.
actually carrying you on top of the platform, or is that like got legs on wheels that's rolling around on the floor?
No, it's all manpower. So we have like, it's kind of like a little Pharaoh platform. So there's just like 4 poles, and they just put it on their shoulder. Thankfully, I'm a little guy, so it's not too painful.
So you said a raft. Are you talking about like one of those like little kid inflatable rafts?
Yeah, like a little dinghy. I've been doing that now with Nixon Rodeo for I don't know, 12, 13 years. And so people kind of expect it too at big shows. It has to be a show with enough density of people
I
to
was
keep
just
me
gonna
up.
say.
Because I have been tossed out of that thing many a times, and I'm getting too old for that. So
that was going to be my exact question. How many times have you been dumped out of
Right?
that thing?
They pass the raft along, and all of a sudden there's nobody there, and you're like, what?
that it gets dangerously close, and I'm singing at the same time. So it's like I'm trying to keep my balance. Depends on how wild they are, and then I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna nosedive. But I haven't ever nosedived, but I have been like tossed out of it because again, everyone's hands are wildly,
Right?
keeping me up there, and there's no like stability because it's just inflatable raft. So it's just my knees in there trying to keep me balanced while I'm singing, while I'm like trying to rock out. And so I've been tossed out probably about 4 or 5 times, and I've actually like landed and then fallen onto the ground. And one time I like fell out, hit the ground. Immediately got up, ran around, jumped back in, and I was in it for like 2 seconds, and I got flipped right back out.
Wow.
So,
Oh no.
yeah, that's when I debate, like, what age do I stop doing this?
Well, just don't let your insurance know, your health
Right.
insurance know that you do that. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I was going to jump off the balcony at the knitting factory years ago, and they were going to allow me, but then the insurance agent of the knit found out I was going to do it before the show, and they said if I did it, we wouldn't be allowed back. So didn't do that, and I'm a little too old to be jumping off the balconies now. That was not a good idea. You're just landing on hands. You don't know what could happen. So that's for the young and dumb.
Yeah, no kidding. That balcony up there is pretty high. I would imagine.
Right, people below you would be like, "What?" and they'd run out of the way, and then you'd hit the concrete and you'd be splat. That would be bad.
What if they weren't expecting you?
I definitely have to wait for it. There's some videos online of me doing it, and that you can tell that I wait for quite some time until I'm fairly confident that they'll catch me down there.
I would only do that if they had like one of those big inflatable like cushions, that you can fall on for the stunt people. And even then, I probably would. No, I still wouldn't.
I'm gonna look at YouTube videos right now and be like, I want to see this.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, hey, I got a bunch of music from you, and we got time here for we'll do a few songs in between the interview. Is there a song you want us to play real quick?
That's a good question. Yeah, so Nothing Shameful put out our record now like a year and a half ago, our first record. Our first single on there was Brick Lungs, so that might be a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Or Sea Salt has a really fun music video, so either one of those.
Oh, well, I got Sea Salt at the top of my list here.
Yeah,
so
do that.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about the song and where it came from?
For sure.
Info about it,
yeah, Jackson, our guitarist, he writes and demos out most of the songs. He even writes probably about 85% of the lyrics, and then we work together. He's a great writer. All of our songs are lyrically kind of intense. They're a lot about like different mental health and just struggling and trying to persevere through that. But that's why we kind of juxtaposition our visuals. All of our music videos are pretty goofy and silly and don't really have anything to do with the song. So we kind of like that idea of like the music's intense and very serious, but then like our personalities shine through with the silliness. So that music video in particular is pretty absurd.
All right. Well, here you go. Sea Salt.
Take it in the rearview, heading northbound on the 15 in the desert. together. Darkness in the weather. Might be on the edge of beautiful and timeless, but I'm falling, and I don't know I'm falling, and I don't know I'm falling, and I don't know I'm falling, and I don't know. Keeping it together, just my practice in the flow that keeps me on. I see, I know I might be on the edge of something beautiful and timeless, but I'm falling. Keeping it together, just my practice in the flow that keeps me on. I say I might be on the edge of something beautiful and timeless, but I'm keeping it together, despite darkness and the weather keeps me holding. Might be on the edge of something beautiful and timeless, but I'm folding.
Oh, cool.
Nice. So, yeah, you guys have quite the following around there. How? I know you guys have been playing some pretty decent sized show. I've seen some of your, again, going back to the Knitting Factory. Man, you guys packed that place.
Yeah, since Nixon's been around for so long, and kind of, we've got to do some pretty big things. We've got to play like the big Rock Hard in the Park back in like 2012, and then Warped Tour a couple times.
Wow.
We're one of the few bands that has been around as long as we have and been consistent. We have 4 records, and they're all independent. We've all done it completely ourselves, all self-funded. And so I think having that longevity and showing people that we're willing to put out like as high caliber as we can as just regular people with normal jobs, that really helps gather that fan base. And because I already had that initial fan base, then starting a new band where now I was the lead singer and the face of the band with Nothing Shameful, I think that just kind of helped to start in a similar place and then just kind of spread out, because we have a little bit different sound than Nixon Rodeo. And so now we're just like grabbing new fans as well.
Wow. No, you talk about your longevity. You've been around for 16 years. I got to be honest. I look at you and you say you've been in the music scene for 16
Right, you look so
years. I'm like,
young.
what? Since you were 5?
Yeah.
He's been out young, yeah.
I have a little baby face, and I'm a little guy, but I'm 36 right now. But so yeah, I started in Nixon when I was 20, I might have been 21. So it's kind of crazy now to keep going, but I've been doing this since I was, I think, 15, 16. My bass player right now in Nothing Shameful, he and I have been playing music together since we first started when we were like 15, 16 years old. And the first day I started really playing the drums, the drum set was the first day we started the band. I didn't know what I was doing. But it's cool. He's my best friend, and it's cool that we're still playing music together now and getting to like do this journey together after, 20 years.
That is incredible. So for any band, I mean, whether you're talking, local or on the national scene or international, 16 years is that's a good run.
Yeah.
Do you have any
For
tips?
sure.
Do you have any tips out there for people for maintaining that longevity?
Oh, that's a good question. I am just one of those glutton for punishment kind of people. I just can't help myself. I just persevere through all of it. Being in a band it definitely can be challenging at times, because there's a lot of personalities and kind of politics that you have to be balancing with personalities. And so I've done a really good job of being patient and picking and choosing when it's worth having certain conflicts, I guess. And so I think that's really helped throughout the years of just being like, this is not worth having a conflict about.
Right.
And so just let's push through and look to the greater goal. And so my singer, Brent, and I have been in the band pretty much from the beginning. I actually entered in, they started it a little bit before me, but when I came in is when we started actually doing things publicly. So we've had other members come through, but the fact that Brent and I have like maintained that relationship and the longevity, that's what you got to do. You got to see the greater good, whether we've always like seen eye to eye or not.
Well, it becomes like a family, right? And you
Yeah.
have arguments with your family, and you get over it and you move on.
Yep. It is being in a band. And I've heard people talk about this before. It's kind of like you're dating multiple people. You're like dating 3 or 4 other people, and that can be hard because you're dealing with their personalities and temperaments, and then also whoever they're in a relationship with. You're
Exactly.
Yeah.
you're with them as well, and sometimes those people are not your favorite people either, but you're like kind of forced to be in this big relationship with them. So that's kind of that politics you're always like managing.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
Well, and like running a business, I mean, you know this from your own experience, but when you hire somebody, you don't just hire them, you hire their family and their friends.
Mhm.
And so it's important to kind of know what their support structure is, because it's really going to be crucial for them to be a dependable person, that their whole network is dependable for them as well.
For sure.
Yeah.
And being in a band, that's the other advice I'd say. Unless you're just having fun and you want to be playing in your basement or garage, it's so much more than just music. Truly, the music only feels like this much. It's so much more about like the promotion and the business side. And I've always just had like an entrepreneur mindset, even as like a kid. And I'm a business owner as well. And really playing in the bands have probably taught me more about business than even going to college and getting my degree, because it's so much hands-on experience. And so, anyone that's wanting to pursue music and like take it to the next level, you really have to be looking at like, what's the marketing, what's like reaching out to people besides the music, because there's many, many more talented musicians than I am out there, but maybe they aren't working hard enough, or they don't have a good like marketing strategy.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yep, for sure.
And speaking of marketing strategies, I wanted to talk about this with you. When you scroll, along your social media, you do an incredible job with your reels and your marketing. It just kind of makes you click from video to video to video. And I went on a rabbit hole. I think I watched about half your videos you posted the other day.
Oh, thank you.
Well, yeah, and it completely changed his algorithm. Now he's got a bunch of music that's in your style on his feed now.
Oh, yeah.
He's a fan now. He's
I
fan.
am. I'm
Yeah. It is. It's the modern way it is. To be honest, it's definitely a giant chore. I've gotten into a good groove now where it doesn't. It used to really frustrate me, and it was not a labor of love. But now it's just kind of my norm. And so I know that that's part of the gig too. If I have these goals, I need to be doing this and being consistent. And so that's kind of been my new life slogan, is just like consistency and showing up. And so as long as you're doing like this much, but you're doing that every day, it's a lot easier than trying a couple times thinking you're going to do this. And so I just try to be like super consistent. And yeah, sometimes it's awkward and feels kind of cringy that I'm like constantly putting my face out there. But I've done it so much now that I'm like, it doesn't matter. So
well, and you gotta balance your present self with your future self. And when your present self says, "Hey, let's fix that in post," your future self tends to. I would imagine a lot of it's trying to figure out exactly, okay, where is it okay, and where do I have to edit? And like sometimes you just gotta. It's hard, but sometimes you just gotta click that send button and just get it out there and not worry about it being perfect.
Well, everything's so disposable nowadays too, sadly. So it's also like, don't get too wrapped up in the thing you're doing, because it's not going to be around very long. So just, I've done it so much now that I know what's going to be probably work better than other things. And so I just do that as efficiently as I can. So I'm not like backtracking and trying to edit and stuff. Everything you see was almost always just the one take, exactly how it was, and then I just posted out there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I hear that. Well, and see, what I've noticed is since I've dove into doing a podcast and also doing the radio stuff, and then I play live music in multiple bands, what I find is that the more work I put into something, it almost seems to just fall right off the platforms. Like it just does not. I'll put like hours and hours into editing something, and then I put it up, and it's like crickets. Nobody's seeing it, and then like it gets deleted after a month of being up on the platform, and I'm like, well, it's very disheartening, because when you put your passion into something, you feel like, well, it should, like, be gaining momentum, but then it's like it almost like took away from what I was doing before when I started doing the podcast, because I was putting so much energy into that. I stopped doing my daily posts, and then I got kind of sick of doing the daily posts because they weren't as, but then what I noticed is, like, if I just put up cat pictures on my music page, they get traction. So it's like
totally,
it's just so, like, backwards. It's like it seems like the less effort I put in, the more results I get.
We keep hoping to see the cat playing the bass.
Yeah, right.
That's what it is.
The perfect bass line. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, it is disheartening, especially, like, we spend a lot of time on our, like, music videos for Nothing Shameful. They're very, in my opinion, for them all being done independently, they're really creative, and, like, there's a lot of thought into it. Our script, we're shooting our music video starting tomorrow. It's going to be this 2-day shoot. We're throwing a wedding. We have to set up at a legit wedding. We have 100 extras showing up. We're going to do this giant, massive food fight. Now, that will probably be more engaging than some of the other things, but that still might not perform as well as, like you said, me talking, like, in the woods or doing something stupid, or, like, in my hot tub or something.
Right.
So
right.
it's like, yeah, it kind of feels like you're tainting a little bit of the art, but it's just the way our brains are all working now, that we're constantly seeing so much advertisement all the time that we are very, we want to run away from anything that looks even promotional at all. And so we want to see more authentic things. And even if that authentic thing is me in my kitchen dancing around cooking, it's going to do better than this, like, music video that we spent months and months and months to perfect.
Oh yeah, and people's attention spans. You get about 30 seconds.
Yeah, less than that.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
And if you engage them immediately, you might get a minute or two out of them.
Yeah.
But otherwise, and like you said, you gotta not worry too much about it. That's one of the first things I was taught when I started this job. Doing my daily stuff. Don't overthink it. If you make little mistakes, don't worry about redoing it and editing it. Just, people are going to listen to it once and they're going to move on.
Yeah, totally.
And it's unfortunate, but you just got to make sure that you don't put more effort than is necessary into the stuff that you're doing every day, and put more focus on the important bit, the bigger picture.
Yeah, because the worst thing you could do is kill that
that vibe,
that internal
energy.
Yeah. So you want to make sure that for yourself, you're able to, like, continue. And so avoiding the things that, like, are so crushing is ideal. So that way you can just keep on to the bigger picture. I definitely, like, kind of get into the weeds a little bit at the first, anytime I'm doing something new and I'm, like, overly analyzing it. But once I've done it enough times, now I'm like, okay, I don't actually even care about those little details, because I'm doing it so much, it doesn't really matter. And so getting away from all the little tiny details and worrying that it's not doing, what if it blew up? What if this happened? Like, well, it's unlikely, but also it's impossible to happen if you don't keep showing up. So the worst thing that could happen is that you stopped because you were discouraged. So
yeah. Well, and I wanted to thank you before, because I'm going to sneak out of here a little bit early to head to work. But I just wanted to personally thank you, Ethan, for making the time to join us here on the radio show.
Totally.
I've been, a fan since I saw you guys play at the NIT. I think I just was like, these guys got the energy, just love it. And I remember seeing you out crowd surfing and all that, and just going like, this is really killer. My brother's a drummer, so I've always just, like, really admired good drumming, and then also lead singing. So great job on that. And then I also wanted to mention that the company that you run is called Dynamite Enterprises, and I wanted you to maybe tell us and our listeners what you do, and how you can help maybe bands out there to help promote their their brand.
Yeah,
totally. Yeah, so I have a company called Dynamite Enterprises, and we kind of put a logo on almost anything. So mainly apparel. We do screen printing, embroidery, stickers, banners, and then just any item, promo item as well. So kind of started out just because I've always done graphic design for the bands, and I went to school for business and graphic design. And because of being in the music world and having so many connections, it really helped starting the business and all this word of mouth. So we've been around for 8 years now, and we work with whether it's bands or small businesses or even Amazon, we kind of just make anything that has logos on it. And so, yeah, if anyone needs help with that, with their business, happy to help you out. We're located in Spokane, kind of on Sprague and Freya area. So on top of the bands and managing 2 of those, I also manage a business and employees.
That's awesome.
Well, one of these days when I'm out and about and I drive by, I'll stop in and chat with you real time.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah, I will.
I know that Chuck said earlier that he kind of got locked into looking at all your videos. I have The Opposite of Me playing in front of me right now, obviously
Yeah.
with the sound off. This video must have been so cathartic to make with all the smashing and like
Yeah.
banging and stuff. That must have felt so good.
Yeah, that was like an old abandoned house that we had for actually the director that did that. He knew someone that owned that house and it had been sitting for a long time. And we were able to do anything we wanted in there. So we just destroyed it. It was very fun.
Right? It's like all the angst of the year probably went into this house going, ah!
Yeah,
Which
totally.
video was that
And that's how it's going to be at this weekend when we film this new music video for Nothing Shameful, because it's going to be a giant food fight that like the whole crowd goes. So not only do we get to have that fun, but the whole, like all these extras are getting to do that. Like who hasn't wanted to be in a giant food fight, and now
Right?
they get to do it on camera.
Like bucket list check.
That's
It's
awesome.
Opposite of Me, the video Opposite of Me by Nixon Rodeo.
Opposite of Me.
Yeah.
We did a fun one here in the studio a couple years ago where we actually had someone, a family sitting around the table at Thanksgiving dinner, and we actually had somebody dancing on top of the turkey.
That's awesome.
And then
Oh
kicking
my.
kicking the turkey across the room and everybody. Not quite a full food fight, but definitely a mess to clean up afterwards for sure.
That's awesome.
Oh, I love this. I'm going to be stuck on YouTube for a while going through all these videos.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and we do all that independently. So, we usually get a director that we know, but they're pretty affordable, and we just figure it all out. Like this week, we had to get all the food, get all of the extras, get all the decorations and stuff, and we just do that completely on our own. And thankfully, a lot of people are just volunteering their time, and so doing it all as a independent band is pretty challenging, but it's pretty rewarding to look at that stuff and know like, wow, these are just like normal guys that figured it out, and they're doing it as professional as they can. So
Nice. Well, do you mind if I put your Dynamic Enterprises link in the comment section here?
yeah, please do.
All right,
Dynamite.
So dynamiteenterprises.com, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I said dynamic, but I looked up dynamite. I have it. So.
That happens in radio.
Oh yeah.
Right? Looking at all these videos
Our
and
wires
stuff.
get crossed a little bit.
Are we going to hear another song? I'm going to hear another song.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Music.
Ethan, I am stepping out of here, but again, I'll stop by and chat with you real time sometime. And then I also wanted to mention that Nothing Shameful is doing a crowdfunding for their upcoming release. So they're about halfway there, is what I heard. Whoa, I'm halfway there.
We are getting even closer to that. Yeah, we have a Kickstarter going right now. It's not charity. We're not just asking for money. It's a way for you to like pre-buy like our record or t-shirt, and we're putting everybody's name on like a metal plate, or everyone's name goes on the back of the t-shirt that donates, no matter whether you donate $10 or you donate a large amount. Your name goes on it. And so it's a great way to doing that, but that's just going to help us finish paying for everything. The record's going to happen regardless, but this is all coming out of our own personal pocket. The last record alone cost us like over $30,000, and that was just, again, our own money. And so this is a way for you to like pre-buy some things and like show your support. It goes for one more week. It ends on March 2nd, but there's exclusive stuff on there. You'll get the signed vinyl. There's like hot sauces. There was even there's a whole like jug of milk brand that is our sponsor. So someone's going to get to be in a bathtub full of milk to do a commercial for Jug of Milk, and they bought that package. So.
So I wanted to also mention you have a hot sauce.
We do, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you already did. Okay, sorry, I missed it. I was just waiting for my opportunity to say that. I'm like, so what's up with this hot sauce? Is it as hot as I think it is, or is it?
There's a local company called Elixir Hot Sauce, and they're incredible. And they let us do a private brand. So there's 2 different flavors in there. There's a garlic Fresno and then a rum honey. And we always have their sauce in our fridge anyway. And so when I approached them and asked them, like, hey, would you let us do a private brand? They were all about it. And
That's
it's pretty
awesome.
cool.
Way to
I
go.
eat it all the time
That's
anyway.
cool.
So
I like how you think outside of the box.
A
Right.
rum honey hot sauce. That's incredible.
I was just thinking, what a combo.
Yeah.
So do you have? Is there a quick way to let people know where that fundraiser page is?
yeah, if you just go to like, you could Google like Kickstarter and then Nothing Shameful, and it will come up.
Yeah, I was gonna
The
say-
URL is probably too long for me to like say it on here.
Right.
I'll send it to you too if you guys want to post it later. But yeah, just look up Nothing Shameful Kickstarter, and it will show you all that stuff. Again, we only have until March 2nd, but there's tons of packages on there. Like Jackson custom makes all of his guitars that he plays, and he's donating 3 of his guitars on there for
Wow.
people to
Oh,
like
cool.
buy and then get guitar lessons from him and stuff. So you can come on stage with us. You can come to our practice space, and we're just gonna have a cooler full of drinks and pizza, and just have like Q&A and see the practice out. There's tons of like really interesting stuff that you wouldn't normally get to do, besides just getting like merch. So
Very cool. Well, I got it, and that is the Nothing Lasts Forever Kickstarter.
Yep.
And I just found it, and I just put the link up in our comment section there. So, well,
Perfect.
I will if I can make my screen big enough to actually get to the button. But I'll get to that in just a second. So yeah, let's hear another tune from you. So I do believe you mentioned before. What was the song here? I have it queued up. What song was it you mentioned before?
Was it Brick Lungs?
Yes, Brick Lungs. Brick Lungs. Is that? Do you want us to play that one now?
Yeah, let's do that one. That was the first song we ever put out. And like I said, that's another just goofy music video of us in a wrestling ring fighting a giant, and I'm a milkman. So definitely want to go watch that if that sounds funny to you.
Awesome. I wish I had the video, but here is Brick Lungs. Here we go.
I swear I almost lost you. Another red light, and I'm sure you're out of your skin. It's time to give in. I can't drive any faster, though my wheels feel the weight. Life on the line, I'm out of my mind. Is this bravery? Deconstructing a scene. Minutes into hours, and the hours into enemies. Too forgone for exercise. My headlights were meant to pierce the sky. Pushing tacks into skin. You promise only one more, but one more would do me in. Live in disguise. Lift me up so I can eat. So high in the corners of my eyes. Am I the sacrifice? Now the magic exists. I got it by now. My words are your death. So why do we dance like it's alright? Not dead, but won't survive. Living with what I began. Like bread that would break for life. Wake up just to fall asleep again. To hear your voice pretending like you're here. It's all I know. These paper notes burning in the kitchen while I slip into an arsonist glow. Please kill what's killing me tonight. Lift me up so I can eat. So high in the corners of my eyes. Am I the sacrifice? The magic exists. I got it by now. My words are your death. So why do we dance like it's alright? Not dead, but won't survive. Living with what I began. Like bread that would break for life. It's all I know inside of my head. It's all I know inside of my head. It's all I know inside my head. It's all I know inside my head. It's all I know. These paper notes burning in the kitchen while I slip into an arsonist glow. It's all I know. These paper notes burning in the kitchen while I slip into an arsonist glow. It's all
Outstanding.
How fun. I'm watching the video too. Of course, the video started like a minute or so after.
Yeah, you're like following along.
Yeah,
after.
exactly.
That's one way to wake people up in Chihuahua in the morning as I'm just
Right?
yelling my head off at them.
You know, sometimes it's good to get things going in the morning, especially
I
all
was
your,
going to say,
right? Especially all you businesses out there listening right now. Wake up, everybody.
good morning.
I love that.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, the video does share, you know, having a nice glass of milk. So, you know, there's always promoting healthy bones.
That's right. That's how you got to start your day with Jug of Milk. That's our sponsor. We are the first band to be sponsored by a milk brand, and Jug of Milk is the best. So make sure next time you pour a glass, it's Jug of Milk.
Oh, how funny. That's
awesome.
awesome.
Wow. So, yeah, and you know, to kind of go back to some of the social media stuff, have you ever considered teaching classes or anything on social
Right?
media engagement? Because you're incredible, and going back to your music videos, they're just a ton of fun.
Right?
You know?
Oh man, to be honest, like I've always been on social media as a presence, especially with Facebook. I've always run the stuff for Nixon, but I only feel like it's been since like November that I've learned even more. I've really like been spending all of my free time learning about just social marketing and videos and stuff. So I don't think I'm fully ready to be teaching any classes, but I have learned so much in the last bit. And it just goes to show you too, if there's something that you're interested in and passionate about and want to pursue, there's so much information now available on any topic.
Right.
So you just have to dive in and you will learn so much. I have been doing this for 15, 16 years where there was some sort of social media around. It wasn't all what it is now, but I've learned so much more in the last like 3 months because of the amount of dedicated time I'm putting into it.
Right.
And so the older I get and the harder I work and learn, I just realize like you have to stop telling yourself you want things to happen and you have to start showing up and making it happen because it's the only way.
For my ADHD brain, sometimes it just takes ignoring everything else and diving into the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Totally. Well, the algorithms now, once you start following something, it starts suggesting you the other thing. So it's easy to like find similar things if you keep looking up the same thing now. But the algorithms are also a nuisance in other ways. But
Right on. So, you know, you've talked about your Kickstarter. You've talked about the show you have coming up in July in the park with Macklemore. What other things you have coming up?
yeah, so like I said, we're doing that music video.
Right.
Pretty big deal that the singer from Dance Gavin Dance, they're a big band. Not everyone might not know them because it's kind of a particular genre. They're like very technical and whatnot, but he's flying in just for it. So I'm very excited about that. And March 27th, Nothing Shameful's playing at the Knitting Factory with Not Green Day, which is a Green Day like tribute band. And so if you guys are looking for a good time, March 27th is going to be really great. So that's our next show in town. But besides that, we are just working hard on getting this record done, finishing all the artwork. The artwork is really beautiful. It was done by a guy named Charlie Wagers. We found him online, but that's all like actually drawn out from the piano that we smashed in our music video for Selkirk. And that piano's just off of my property over there in the woods. And so I sent him a photo of that and he redrew it. And so we're just working on getting that done and getting vinyls pressed and getting the record mixed and mastered. So by the summer, we should have the album out, but we'll start trickling some singles out in the next couple months.
Very cool. Very cool. I've always loved the idea of, and people, I've talked about this probably a lot. I've probably become a broken record of doing like a piano smash fundraiser, you know, where you get a bunch of people like they do the car fundraisers, but do it with a piano.
Totally.
Right.
You know, let people, you know, sometimes.
I think people would. It hurts to break a piano though, but you put some printers out there.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I can totally get behind a printer smash.
Yes. Yes. Definitely.
I want to do that every day to my printer at work.
Oh man.
Right. Oh.
But I've always wanted to do it and then have a secondary thing where you have local artists, you know, come in and take those pieces of the piano and create art out of that piano, because every instrument, even pianos, sometimes reach the end of their life expectancy. And
yeah, our story with the piano was actually a little bit extra sad. I'll try to keep it brief. So my singer, the song is very sad because my guitarist wrote it about his grandfather passing, and then his grandmother passing as well. And his grandmother taught him how to play piano, and it's his family piano that we took from his house to put in the woods because he thought it was important enough, like symbolism, to do it.
Mhm.
And I was the one that destroyed it with a sledgehammer in the woods. But it had like his grandma's like little candy basket that used to reward him with treats on the piano and stuff too. So it's kind of this whole symbolic theme from Never Be the Same, our first record, and then it's flowing into the new record, Nothing Lasts Forever. So it's pretty intense to like do that. And that music video is the only video that is not funny. It's very serious and intense, but rightfully so. And that's part of the thing on the Kickstarter. You can get one of the keys from the piano that we smashed off and then handwritten lyrics. So
very cool.
Kind of a cool way to keeping that whole thing alive, and Jackson donating his family piano to the art.
I would imagine there was some sort of cathartic stuff in there for him that helped him work through some stuff.
I'm sure he would have enjoyed to smash it, but I was the one that got to it. So.
And that was Selkirk, the music video for Selkirk? Is that the song?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty sad.
Oh, wow. All right, so
I'm totally having fun looking at the Kickstarter options.
Yeah, there's a lot of like just funny, wacky things in there that we put in just as a joke. But the fact someone bought the jug of milk bathtub commercial, I was pretty impressed. But we're gonna have a good time with that. It's gonna be really silly.
Very cool.
I absolutely love that. All right, well, Ethan, thank you so much. We are out of time for the show today.
Great. Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. I enjoyed it. I want to thank you so much for coming on today. I want to thank everyone out there for listening. Thank you, Craig, even though he left us a little bit early.
Yeah. Drive safe.
Again, next show where people can catch you. I know you just said it, but say it again to remind our audience.
Yeah, March 27th at the Knitting Factory in downtown Spokane.
There you go. There you go. Nothing shameful. Yeah, thank you so much for joining us, man. Really appreciate it. And you can stay tuned right here tonight on KCHW from 6 to 8 p.m. for the best classic rock and more with Old Man Mark live in the studio. 8 to 10 p.m. we are trapped in the psychedelic era with The Hermit. Then we're going to stick around with The Hermit for Days of Confusion from 10 to 11. You guys have a great weekend out there. And really quick before we head out of here, Ethan, I want to I got a question for you, and I want to see if you have any closing words or any parting advice for everybody.
Yeah, I just want to encourage everyone to make sure that you're not just consuming things and you're trying to create things, whether that's a artwork or just relationships with people. It's really easy right now in our current age just to constantly consume, but life should be about creating things, and that can just be about making memories or about relationships or putting something new into the world. And so that's kind of like my message to the world. Try to create something new every day or every week.
You
Fantastic.
are talking to the right people.
Absolutely. And so my
That
question,
is awesome.
Wow, that was beautiful, man.
I know. Are you going to move to Chewelah? You
Right?
need to move to Chewelah.
We're close enough.
So
That is awesome. I just want to shout out Personal Private Party as part of the Kickstarter.
Ooh.
Yeah, totally.
Right?
Boy, that'd be fun.
Come on,
Super
Chuck.
fun.
We can raise money. This could be the KCHW Personal Private Party to support the Kickstarter.
Right? Ooh, I love that actually.
I know.
Let's talk, Ethan.
Okay.
Anyway, so
Yeah,
my
let's do it.
question is, sorry, go ahead.
No, I said let's do it. That'd be super fun.
Heck yeah.
Right?
All right, so tell you what, we're going to close out here with another one of your songs. You don't have to hang around. You can go ahead and hang up. Then we're just going to go into the outro music right after this and pick a song to end the show with here, Ethan.
Okay, let's see. If you guys are willing to do the tearjerker, you can go with Selkirk. It's one of my personal favorites from the record, and it's. I think a lot of people could relate to it when they if they've ever lost a loved one in their life. So
I want to do it.
I love the description. Selkirk is a beautiful symphony of heartache and anger. Sometimes the things you miss the most are the ones you never thought you would leave on their own.
Wow. And here we go. Selkirk, Nothing Shameful. Thank you, Ethan. Thank you, Ethan.
Thank you, Ethan.
Yeah, thank you guys.
The tree in the backyard, the chestnuts fall like stabbing rain. I tore it from the ground with my bare hands. We sat on its branches and drank our courage in the shade. I thought we had it written in the plans, but I should have called when I heard that you weren't doing well. Phone lines escape me. I went to your old house. Your words flew from the south. Sometimes the things you miss the most are the ones you never thought would leave on their own. But no one was home. I knocked on the door, face down on the floor, on their own. But no one was home. I knocked down the door, face down on the floor. From the top of the stairs, you called for help from anyone. Your eyes like Selkirk's in the spring. If you only had thought through the wrongs that you had left to prove, disguised as ordinary things unknown. But no one was home. I knocked on the door, face down on the floor, on the floor, on their own. But no one was home. I knocked on the door, face down on the floor, on the floor.